Hey guys, we kinda need to talk because the EA Play event just dropped some bombs. Now, before we start, I want to acknowledge that I know a lot of you following this channel right now might not care about Battlefield at all, since we like to focus on more tactical games here. But trust me, 2042 just earned a seat at the table with their new Portal game mode. A game mode that could allow Battlefield 2042 to be the best tactical shooter ever. Or maybe not. We'll really have to wait and see on that one, but for now we need to talk about what this Portal game mode even is, because I doubt any of you saw it coming. So, the Battlefield website describes Portal as a community-driven platform within Battlefield 2042 that will let you create and find fantastic experiences made by the series' creative and passionate community. Basically, it lets you make your own custom Battlefield game modes. But what's so exciting about that? We've seen a ton of game mode creation tools in a lot of games, and they don't allow you to change all that much about the game. Maybe you can add bots, change the number of rounds, points, or flags even. So what, who cares? Well, the Portal in this game allows you to customize much more than that. You can supposedly alter team ratios, victory conditions, weapons, and here's one of the big ones, the faction that you play as that can be selected from different Battlefield games. Yeah, so far they've listed Battlefield 1942, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, some of the best games in the franchise, but I'm sure they'll be adding a ton more games in the future, especially when you consider that this is a live service game, which makes me a little uneasy at first. I think we've all learned to hold our breath when we hear the words live service, thanks to games like Battlefield 5, but who knows, maybe they'll get it right this time, and I really hope they do, because adding more and more games to the Portal can only make it better. And that's because it doesn't only add older Battlefield game factions. No, it also includes some maps, vehicles, weapons, and even settings from the old games, so you can relive the glory days with the same TTK that Battlefield Bad Company 2 had. So far, the only maps they've announced to have been revamped and ported over are Battle of the Bulge in El Alamein from 1942, Arica Harbor and Valparaiso from Bad Company 2, and Caspian Border and No Shower Canals from Battlefield 3, which is awesome because those are easily some of the best maps of the entire franchise. At this point, I'm sure a few of you are starting to understand why I think this could enable Battlefield to become an amazing tactical shooter, but if you still aren't getting it, don't worry, because we're going to get into that right now. So, now we know that this Portal mode allows us to change nearly every setting of the game, which means we can tailor the experience to become much more tactical than EA has ever imagined. Just close your eyes and envision it with me. Battlefield 2042, but with settings like 1/2 movement speed, high damage, no minimap, in fact no HUD at all even, no respawning, and complete PvE. Just you and your buddies against a map full of AI enemies in the freaking Frostbite engine. That's a big deal, probably a bigger deal than you think. Frostbite has been developed by a AAA company, and Battlefield 2042 has been created by a team much larger than any indie developer already in the tactical shooter space. That means anything made in this Portal is nearly guaranteed to be well optimized and pretty bug-free, something that we are not very used to given the smaller teams making the games in our genre. So basically, have you wet your pants yet? Because I have. To me, this Portal game mode just seems like an amazing opportunity to have in a game that I was wholly convinced would fail given the last entry in the franchise. EA and Ripple Effect Studios, formerly known as DICE LA, don't know why they changed that one, but whatever, they have realized that it is impossible for them to create the perfect game for everyone. So, they made theirs, and they're now giving us the tools to make our own, which is great news for tactical shooter fans in the community, because, let's be honest, we'd probably be sleeping on the game if it weren't for this recent announcement. But I think we should take this all with a grain of salt. After all, Battlefield 5 was this game's predecessor, and we all saw how that game went. As much as I'd love to believe this game is going to change everything, there's also a pretty good chance that it won't. EA could totally screw up and ruin it all, leaving Battlefield 2042's amazing Portal mode in complete obscurity. They've done it before, and they can do it again, I'm sure. EA has proven time and time and again that they favor profit over the players, even within other Battlefield games. But here's the thing. I think that this time is a little bit different, at least to me. The wackiness of the trailers and the footage that we've seen so far makes me think that EA has probably eased off the reins a bit and allowed the developers and gamers to do what they think is right with the game, which could make this amazing. If done correctly, I truly think that this game could usher in a new era of tactical shooters, just by leading as an example. After all, many people's first experiences within the tactical shooter community came from Battlefield mods. Who's to say that they can't do it again? Overall, I'm cautiously optimistic for this launch, and I think you guys should be too. While it's true that they could totally nerf the customizability and become yet another disappointing lobby settings menu, I don't think that they will. There's a lot of potential here, and I can't wait to see how it turns out and let you guys know how it turned out as soon as I can. And I really mean that. I literally pre-ordered the $90 gold edition so that I could get early access to the beta to let you guys know if it's worth it sooner rather than later. So keep an eye out for that video in the future. I'd really appreciate it. Overall, if you liked this video, leave a like. If you really liked it, leave a subscribe. I hope you guys stay safe and have a good one. I'll see you on Monday.